which Dr. Vidya, whom you heard just now, was talking about. So she attended the second batch of this program, which we will be talking about more today. And she, being a doctor, an allopath doctor, she learned so much more about nature cure, the depth of the science of natural healing and regeneration. And today she is applying this in helping her patients heal naturally, and she's also able to reduce medications and get people more on the natural path, right? So not just doctors, but we've had people from a wide spectrum of different professions who have joined this program, whether it be housewives or people, retired people who would like to improve their health, mothers who are planning to get pregnant, or even people who would just like to heal their diseases or learn more about natural health. So, all are welcome to this course. So, let's go ahead and a little bit about our platform, Wellcure. Wellcure is India's leading natural cure platform, and our motto is Health is True Wealth. We help you live a disease free and a medicine free life with the right kind of knowledge empowerment. So, we provide consultation services, both medical and nutritional. We provide different kinds of health coaching services. We also help you heal naturally. So, if you go to our website, wellcure.com, we have a wide variety of services which you can see. We have more than 1,000 healthy recipes. We have an extensive Q&A database. We provide more services on personalized health coaching. We have an extensive database of people who have healed naturally and are living a life free of medicines today. And we have several recorded and e learning courses. We have helped more than 350,000 users across the globe heal naturally and learn how it is to live a life without medicines. We have been instrumental in more than 18,000 plus health transformation journeys. We have covered more than 1,000 plus hours of courses, recipes, and natural cure methods. So, if you are new to our platform, we encourage you to go visit wellcure.com and see what we have to offer. So, a little bit about myself. My name is Asha Shivaram. I am a Nature Cure health coach. I have completed my diploma in natural hygiene. So, my journey to Nature Cure was also very interesting. So, we will be introducing, the coaches of this program, which is myself and Dr. Prashanti. So, just coming to my own introduction, uh, I I'm really grateful to the science of natural health because that helped me heal from a wide variety of different health conditions I was going through in my mid 30s, like hypothyroidism, for which I was taking medicines for almost 10 years. Then I had irritable bowel disease, I had hormonal issues, I had slip disc twice in my life. Then I had different kinds of hormonal issues, anxiety, sleeplessness, and I had done the rounds of doctors and the medical industry, but I really did not, neither did I get relief nor the answers to why I was going through so many health issues. And it was only when I understood that the body is self healing that we can live a life free of medicines if only we learn the rules of nature. That is how I was able to heal myself, heal my family, my children, and so many people in the community who came to me to understand more about natural health. So, a little bit about more background of this. So, I had a difficult second pregnancy. I went through, I was taking medicines for hypothyroidism. Like I said, I had slip disc soon after my child was born. So, you can imagine how difficult that was. I had hair fall, gut issues, and other hormonal issues. And even looking around me, I saw that my parents were sick. Both of them were having diabetes. Many of my relatives were also having lifestyle issues, either blood pressure or diabetes or some other problems. My husband had psoriasis, and my son was frequently sick with ear infections, coughs, and skin issues. He was also diagnosed with a hearing impairment, and that really shook me. I did not understand why all this was happening. So, going to the doctor for routine visits, taking medicines again and again, was becoming very, very anxiety causing, and I did not get neither answers nor any deeper analysis of why this was happening. But in my heart, I knew that this was not the way life is supposed to be. I was lost, confused in days. But I really wanted to understand why this was happening because I knew that this was not normal. So finally, my search led me to a lot of information which I was really wonderstruck that this is not available in the mainstream. People don't know about it, though some of these books which you see here have been written more than a century back. Right, so I started researching on natural healing methods. I shifted my diet and changed my lifestyle. Once I understood the truth about natural health, my dad was able to give up his diabetes medications, which he was taking for 30 years. My son's health improved. My husband was able to heal from psoriasis, and I started helping more and more people. My life undertook a 180-degree transformation, and so I'm here today in front of all of you in doing coaching, educational programs, retreats, and I continue my journey by also understanding the role of mental healing in my journey. So these are all the wonderful books, which help me to understand the role of nature in healing us, and really understood that it's not in nature's design for us to suffer like this. Okay, so we will talk more about this as we go through today's session. Okay, so yeah, so we would like to, before I hand it over to Dr. Prashanti, I would like to say that both Dr. Prashanti and myself, we work as a team. We have extensive experience in the world of natural healing. We have helped more than 1,000 people in terms of one-on-one coaching to reverse many kind of health issues, many of them which are quite complex. We've conducted more than 50 group coaching programs covering the common chronic diseases like diabetes, BP, and heart issues and fatty liver. So we have experience in healing many complex cases of multiple autoimmune disorders, for example, like Sjogren's, uveitis, intestinal TB, heart disease, kidney issues, scleroderma, etc. Many people who are doctors, who are from the healthcare industry, parents, children, across the spectrum, right? Like we have helped people heal from a wide variety of professions and lifestyles to heal naturally. So it is not that we are healing them, but we are helping them understand that the healing power is within them. So let's also welcome Dr. Prashanti Atluri, your other instructor of this program, to today's program. Dr. Prashanti is a cardiovascular disease specialist, so she's an allopath. She currently she is based from New Orleans in Louisiana in the US. She has more than 22 years of experience in internal medicine and cardiology, but she is one of those doctors who has extensive, in depth knowledge and experience of both allopathy and natural health care. So she believes that it is the key lies in diet and lifestyle, which helps in preventing and reversing diseases. And she so encourages her patients to integrate a natural lifestyle to attain optimum health. So let's hear more from her about her own journey to natural health and take us through this program of understanding what is health, what is disease, how is the medical industry functioning today, is it possible for us to be disease free, whatever be our age, whatever be our lifestyle so far. If you would like to upgrade your skills, whether you're a yoga instructor, whether you are already in the healthcare industry, you're a doctor, or you're just a health seeker who would like to improve your knowledge, we will be answering all such questions in a short while. Over to you, Dr. Prashanti. Are you there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Good evening. I guess it's good evening, right? Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So, how is everyone doing? Can you guys see me? Is my okay now
Yes.
projected well? Okay. Can you guys let's start. So we have 99 participants. So can you tell us like few things about yourself before I talk about myself, and then we can keep going with the program. But what brings you here? What is that you guys are looking for? How did you hear about this program? And anything like, have you ever done any workshops with us? Have you ever interacted with Wellcure team regarding any kind of health related concerns? How did you come here? But I just want to know more about how you came here. What made you come here? So meanwhile, while you're chatting away, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Prashanti Atluri. As Asha has mentioned, I'm an allopath myself. I'm an allopath myself as a cardiologist. As I'm an internist, I'm a cardiologist. And right now, because of what happened throughout the past 10, 12, 15 years with my own health as well as my family's health, I am here with proper understanding of what is health, what is disease, how health and disease are not different from each other, and how do we build up health so that disease automatically disappears. So, yeah, we have our own stories on Wellcure. Wellcure's website is very well done. So you have plenty of recipes, ideas, testimonials, information about various kinds of programs. So if you are totally new to Wellcure platform, please go visit it. And our stories, Asha's and my stories, are written over there, like our healing journeys and our ongoing journeys are also written there. So this is kind of like, I'm going to read out from bottom, okay? Nidhi Nikanj is saying, she's a wellness coach, desire to prepare more. I have been in touch with Wellcure for 2 years. I have learned from Asha from her raw food cooking sessions, taking a couple of master classes from Wellcure. Welcome. You're going to learn a lot during this course too. So, and then Payal is saying, permaculture designer looking to integrate wellness with it. Oh, wow, that's wonderful. That's what we do too. I kind of like do my own mini permaculture, as well as Asha is planning on taking courses. So, and also she's planning on setting up her own in South India. Chitra is saying, many in my circle suffering from various ailments. So, yeah, this is the right kind. In order to understand a proper history, taking a proper understanding of all these ailments is going to help you to fix them at the root causes. Lakshman wants to know more about natural ways of healing gut issues. Gayatri is saying a naturopath told that for every pill there is an illness. That's the right thing. Shiny is saying, this is my first attending the class, but what is your background, Shiny? Bharvi Patel is saying she's been suffering from PCOD, asthma, cervical spondylitis, autoimmune disease, GERD, anxiety, depression. I want to learn more to fix my health. This is the right spot for you. Please don't go from one place to another looking for cure, because this is where everything will be answered. You're going to find all the answers. Just listen to what I have to say. Prashant is saying, want to know natural remedy for kidney related problem. Yeah. So Prashant, what's your creatinine? We can help you with that. Shanmukh is saying, here after watching the video on optic neuritis, is there hope really? Of course there is hope. Who is saying that they're telling you all these things, that there is no hope? We have many patients with optic neuritis who came to us with various stages, and all of them are on the healing path and recovery path. What is this? Is there hope really? What kind of this one is that? No, we do not build up negativity when we are doing natural hygiene protocols and courses, or following the principles of natural hygiene. So, Logesh, I'm suffering from eye infection for past 5 months. Yeah, so eye infection, whatever you guys want to call it, these things become very super simple when you start embracing and following natural hygiene and understanding what healing is all about. So when you guys are such a good group of people, this program is for people like everybody like you all. Who is having issues, and again, it's very important that you put it all together. Shagun is saying, my son, who is a 7-month-old, has continuous diarrhea, probably secondary to lactose intolerance. I'm an anesthesiologist, not able to find treatment. We can help you with that, Shagun. We do have another doctor. His name is Haim. He's a natural hygienist, protocol follower. He himself is an anesthesiologist. We can even get you in touch with him if you're interested. But stay in touch with us, guys. We are not like those people who are just trying to sell some kind of a workshop or some kind of a gimmick. We want to heal the society from the root of all the maladies that are afflicting it. So I'm going to get started with myself. So I was just using it to warm up because I can't just bombard myself all my information without knowing who you all are. So as I said, I'm a mother, wife, a daughter, and an internist and a general cardiologist. So I'm in my mid 40s. So, a general, I mean, like I'm just brought up like in a South Indian family, traditionally rooted in some amount of farming community, moving between town and village for holidays. So, lot of connection with village and little bit of an understanding of farming and lot of like my parents, my dad used to be this kind of a health geek, not like a natural hygiene health geek, but always gave lot of importance to health and health, because of his own health issues when he was young. He was having a lot of gut issues as well as liver issue. At one point, he was really very sick when his young, when I was a child. So he has seen the worst of his times and he healed himself. It's all body is self-healing. So it all happened for him. So he raised us in a decent way, lot of organic produce, lot of produce from the farm, not many medications, not many drugging. He was using homeo for us now and then for fevers and other things. So this was my understanding, not much of a pill pushing or not much of a surgical family. Mine was. So again, I moved here after marriage and then I did my residency and everything. Whereas my husband's side of the family, every other person is a physician. My mother-in-law is a dentist. So for them, it's oh, it's okay. It's an extraction. Let's get it extracted. If you think there is a need for an antibiotic, let's give antibiotic to X, Y, and Z causes. So that was the thing. But they all, but the family, that other side of the family, they always had a stress-free living. So, and also no issues with emotional health or anything. So they were able to balance out their heavy pharmaceutical intake with their groundfulness or whatever you want to call it. But again, as I moved here, and then mine was a mix of mainstream as well as Indian lifestyle, and because I was working, and then I was just like trying to cope up with whatever that was thrown at me. So my daughters were partially having, but honest, my older daughter, that was the one. So she came around 5 to 6 years age. She was violently sick. I'm going to call it as a violent sickness, because like one night she started throwing up and she was having bowel movements after we all went to an Indian gathering, and I think she ate something there, and then her body didn't like the poisoning, the toxicity that happened. So I literally ran out of all the blankets in the house that night. So that was we were changing the sheets, we were putting in the washing machine dryer, but I could not catch up with the rate she was puking and throwing up, and she was having bowel movements. I was like, this is something odd. And then we thought, okay, because she ate all that Nestle cookie, or like one cookie she ate, and maybe she didn't tolerate it, and that's why this was happening to her. So the saga went on. Anytime she ate something different, see, she wasn't able to tolerate it, and again. And then her emotional health, lot of anger, lot of tantrum, to a point that she was throwing things at us. And it was like the house was becoming very dysfunctional. That's what I could tell you. So I can relate to everybody who is having children, who has children, who are having ups and downs in their thing. So finally, one day I got a phone call from the office, or from the school office. They were like, we need to talk to you. I was like, okay, what is going on? And then they said, you know what? I think she has an issue. She's not able to, she's able to read, she's able to write, but she's not able to connect what she's reading and what she's writing. And there is like a problem with understanding. When I'm trying to explain to her, she's getting overwhelmed. She's not able to understand. we need to send her to a psychotherapist or somebody to analyze what is going on. So they kind of like gave her a diagnosis of some XYZ ABCD diagnosis. And I'm like, what in the world is all this? This is a child. And then I said, you know what? I think I'm educated enough. I can't outsource the health of my family to somebody else. I have to take good control of what is happening. Okay. So that's when this research of the mother began. This was in 2014. So one winter evening, one November evening, my husband came home. He himself is an emergency medicine doctor and who has some background in psychiatry in the past. So he was like, they call it this as the ABCD diagnosis, and usually they medicate children here. And then he's like, the children are not going to be medicated for too long. And I'm like, what medication are you talking about? So I looked up the medication. And then I was like, are you telling me that I have to put her on this kind of a medication that can stop her heart, that can make her heart have issues, and that I have to be watchful of all these side effects? Like, what are you, this what kind of insanity is this? I'm not going to put anything on her. So then he comes home. He's like, okay, you do what you have to do. We're going to observe her. But then I started working on this. Okay. So one day he comes home and he tells me, Asha, you can move the slide. And then he said, my colleague, Dana, she also was talking about her son, who is the same age as our older one. And they were also going through the similar kind of issue. The child was having issues. And then she suggested to me about a diet. She called it as Feingold, Feingold. So he just wrote it on a piece of paper and then he brought it home and he put it in my hand. Then that's the first time I was like, okay, I put the name in Google and then it took me to their website. And that's when the world opened up to me. First time ever, I took a social media account because they were like, if you want to connect with similar kind of parents who are going through these issues, then you can join our Facebook group. So Facebook came into my life first time 2014. I never I never ventured to even open an account, and then I opened up an account. Then my husband is like, there is another social media account, WhatsApp. I think everybody in India is using it. You can connect with your family. Okay, I took WhatsApp account. I had no idea about any of them. That's when social media can be very powerful. It can eat away our time or it can build up as better humans. This is how we all got connected, right? Through social media. That's when I started asking questions, adding myself into more groups. I never settled for any answer that didn't raise any doubt. Okay, so I was like, why, and then it just kept going on and going on. During that quest, I ran into Asha on another social media group. I think it was a dairy free group of Bangalore. And that's when I met Asha. I was super impressed by their family, how they were transitioning and how they have done all these changes. So every time Asha would post, I would just my social media, like Facebook, would alert me to Asha has posted this, Asha has posted that. Right. So I was like, okay, then I sent her a friend request. And that's when a lot has changed. So she she let me borrow her natural hygiene material. And Asha has this beautiful way of conveying things where she doesn't show off that she knows the answer, but she just asks the basic questions and then she posts relevant information. So, and then I was consuming, I was like, as an allopath, a lot of my questions were not answered during my training or my med school. So I was like, okay, this is what it is. This is what it is. I started finding answers to all my questions, and the answers were perfect, as if this is the answer. Nothing, no other doubts were arising once I found the answer. So the books and everything that I consumed and I read and I researched is what we are putting out together, what we both have consumed and researched, how we have put out together as this course of natural healing and holistic regeneration course. So we found out about toxicity, then the heavy metals, parasite, fingal, all of it. Next slide. Next slide. All of it has been put together. So again, as an allopath, I've been told that, okay, if your patient has a blood pressure over 130 over 80, or whatever the number keeps changing every day, right? Whatever they want to decide, that means your patient has high blood pressure. So if you have a patient who has hypertension, you're going to tell them that you're going to put them on one drug or two drug based on the number, and you'll tell them about a low sodium diet. Okay, I started doing that. Two blood pressure medicines, low sodium diet. So the patient is like, so cut off all the salt. Yes, cut off all the salt. But I never had enough time to even know about how to eat a low salt diet myself. So what am I going to tell the patient? So low salt diet, the patient is like, okay, he would take the medication and then he would come back after a couple of years. Then he's going to say, oh, my eyes are not working. My ophthalmologist is saying that the blood pressure is affecting my eyes. My kidneys are not working. Okay, this is the natural history of it. We have more drugs. We're going to put you on more drugs. More and more drugs came on. Then the patient is like, I am doing everything you're telling me to do. I'm taking all these drugs. But now you're telling me that I have to go on a dialysis. Unfortunately, that's what is going to happen. That's the natural history of hypertension. You're going to be on dialysis. So where did I even cure my patient? Where did I even treat my patient? How did I even help him heal? This is like, this was like the whole thing went on for 10 years and I was totally lost, like, mechanically doing it because I needed the paycheck. I just blindly needed the paycheck, right? Like, you have to go to work, you earn a paycheck. But this has become the norm for us. So much of unrest. But fortunately, what happened was I was mostly an echocardiographer because I was a cardiologist. So for me, I'm like, oh, this is what happens internally in the heart when uncontrolled hypertension happens, uncontrolled diabetes happens. So I was able to look with an ultrasound what changes are happening, and also over a period of time also, right, we store all these echocardiograms and we can always study a single one patient what has happened in the past 5 years. So we have all the data. So I'm like, oh, okay, but how do I halt it? How do I stop it from progressing? These medications are not working. These patients keep coming back with more and more issues. All my questions were answered in my quest to on my journey into natural hygiene. So this is what it is, my friends. It's very simple when you understand, when you figure out what the root of your issues are and how you want to fix it. Again, superficially fixing it with a band-aid, with a pill is not going to solve anything. And you are just gagging the body, you're suppressing the body, you're masking the body, and you will not be able to heal anything. So some of you are saying, is there any hope for me? Or I've been looking for answers. Natural hygiene has all the answers for you, and you just have to learn about it. You need to learn to implement it, and it becomes super easy. And 10 years, we just celebrated 10 years of our transformation as an entire family. And I can tell you, my life has become better and more functional. And I would not trade off this one for any amount of, millions and billions of dollars anybody would offer me. I will not do any of that. So this is it. But it's going to take some amount of time and understanding, and you have to work on yourself. But this is the answer to all your issues over here. So next slide. So I want to pay salutations. So you guys may not have heard about natural hygiene, right? So if natural hygiene is such a simple thing, why is not the internet exploding? Why is not Dr. Google telling us all of these things? Because, there is no money in like there is no money when you start building up health building, because people are going to lose lot of, all these hospitals are not going to be filled up with people. But again, Hippocrates, Vincent Prince, these are all European, Louis Kuhn, as well as Isaac Jennings, and then Sylvester Graham, R.T. Troll, J.H. Tilden, Henry Lindler, as well as Arnold Ehret. Have you heard of their names anytime? Anytime have you heard of their names? Because these are the stalwarts who we are using whose knowledge and whose books and whose experience we're going to be using. as a part of our natural hygiene practice. So all of them questioned at that time also people were sick. At that time also people were doing something or the other, but they had no idea how disease is built up. Then they started observing. Natural hygiene is pretty much an observational science. Okay, this guy is doing X and Y, XYZ to his body, and that's the reason why his body is falling apart. How about we fix whatever he's doing and see how he's going to do, rather than drugging him, rather than masking his symptoms? So here I'm going to like pay more, or like, salutations to like there are allopaths in this group, Isaac Jennings, and then Artie Troll, as well as Tilden. They were like, they saw everything that is going on. They practiced medicine for 20-30 years, like how I have done. And they said, you know what, this is not working. These patients are not, we are killing them, we are drugging them, we are making them sicker by the day, but nothing is working. So what do we do? Then that's when they started working on diet, lifestyle of the patient, and fixing the patient as a whole, rather than just fixing his symptoms. And then they started seeing remarkable improvements. There, it's almost like, they were crucified. People laughed at them. People were like, people were like, how does it even work? You are not like, you're just letting us like, go through all these symptoms. But then once they started seeing improvements, that's when the people, like, more and more people started believing, and they started trusting them, and then they started following their protocols. So again, this is like, whatever we are talking today is not something we both discovered, but it's about almost 200 plus years of science, or longer than that when you take Sylvester Graham, who was in from 1700s, late 1700s. So all of them had their own set of health crisis. They questioned the existing whatever the system was, and they shook it to the foundation. And that's what cleared the way for all of us in order to explore and implement and follow natural hygiene. So I can remember one thing. My cousin, she's a pediatrician herself. So her son was sick, like, he was having a lot of gut issues a couple of years ago. One day I called her up to see what was going on. And then she said, you know what? Only when you are a patient, you will know how broken the system is. I'm a pediatrician, but I went to all these so-called GI specialists all over the world as a patient, as a mother of a patient, and nobody was able to tell me what is wrong with my son. Only when I become a patient, then only I will realize how broken the system is. So this is how it begins. So they were patients themselves, so they knew what exactly was going on. So people can write books and books about disease and everything, but if they haven't sailed through the journey, they will not be able to know. So next slide. So where are you? Why are you here today? You already told us why you're here today. So if you're going through health issues and you're running from pillar to post, and you were like, okay, they are telling me I have this and this and this, like anxiety, depression, and gut issues, joint issues, and I'm seeing 300 different super specialists, and I have had every diagnostic test under the sun, and nobody could help me fix it. You are at the right space. You need to fix it at the root of the issue. You know a little bit about natural things. You know a little bit about drugging and all of it, but then you wish to deepen your understanding and gain practical knowledge. You want to help everybody around you, because everyone is drugging themselves, and they've been paying multiple visits to the hospital. Or you would like to help your own clients to get faster results. For example, you are into yoga and you have seen all these patients come in who are not even flexible, and you want to know more about how they can flex their body, what they can eat, because people are going to come ask you questions. Can I eat sprouts? Can I eat flaxseed? Can I eat chia seeds? Then you're like, I don't know what to tell you, but the internet is saying it's good. But you need to have a deeper understanding when these people or patients are asking you all these questions. So then you're frustrated, you're lost with the medical treatments, and you're looking for a way out. Now look at what is happening after. I'm not going to bring in any politics here at this point, but you saw past 15 days the sick care crisis and what is happening in the hospitals. I'm telling you, what you're seeing is just a tip of the iceberg. It's murky, it's very deep, and it's very dirty. Why do you want to put yourself in the hands of those that kind of a people when we are saying that health building is super easy? So are we so next slide. I'm not done, I think. Previous slide, Asha. So are you like, these are the people, these are the cases. So I don't know, you skipped many or what is happening? Yeah, so you're trying to do career changing and you want to upskill your skills, or you are a medical student and you're a doctor and you're like, you know what? My professors are not answering any of these questions and I'm not really comfortable with what they're teaching. I think I'm going to build a strong foundation for myself. And if you are into like, this kind of a practice, and if you really are a critical thinker, this course is for you. We need critical thinkers. We are lacking them. We need more and more critical thinkers. So next slide. So the state of medical care today, agenda for today, we are going to be talking a little bit about state of medical care. I'm pretty sure, or sick care. Let's call it sick medical care. Body's healing, own healing mechanisms, how the body heals, understanding why we are sick today. We're going to be sharing case studies. We're going to be talking about testimonials and course details of the program, upcoming program, as well as we're going to take question and answers. Those who are joining in order to check out and leave, I have no idea what to tell you. But the thing is, like, you guys need to have some amount of patience, because health building it's not going to be like quick, like, tips and tips and tips that the people are going to pass around. It's not going to work. It's not like a drugs and drugs and drugs that we pass around in order to suppress your symptoms, but it needs some amount of tapasya on your part in order to get involved. Next slide. So what do you think? Are we guys living longer? Like, yesterday I had a patient who said her mother died in her sleep at the age of 67. She said, oh yeah, and then the other patient said, oh yeah, he came back from a hospital and then at the age of 69, after a week from his hospital visit, he didn't wake up the next day. So what do you think? Are we really living longer, or are we just pretending to live longer with a very poor quality of life? What do you think is happening? Are we living healthier? Like, are we healthy? Or, I mean, look at you guys. Like, how old are you guys? 30s, in your 20s, in your 40s? And are we healthy? Or even children. Somebody is saying, like the anesthesiologist was saying, the doctor anesthesiologist was saying, 7-month-old has been having pretty much lots and lots of diarrhea. And then we call that healthy. So our diseases appearing at a very younger demographics, our children sicker or healthier today, has a technological improvement with all these diagnostics and the pharmaceutical advances. Look at pharma. Pharma is the second or the third largest stockholder. Like, if you look at stock market, it's the pharma stocks that are really, along with oil and natural gas. I think it's pharma as well as the technological stocks that are doing very well. So has the technological improvement or the pharmaceutical stock market skyrocketing has improved our holistic well-being, has improved our health. So what are we doing at this point? What is your what is your thought process about what is going on? Are we living longer? Are we living healthier? Can you guys chime in your opinions? I hope you didn't come here for quick tidbits in order to understand, get some remedies. We are having a healthy discussion here. Only those who have time will be able to contribute. So nowadays, people don't have time for anything, not even to contribute to their health. Unfortunately, that's the truth. So what do you guys think? Are we living longer? So Nidhi is saying we're certainly not living healthy, or even the kids. You're right. And we are not even living longer. All of this, as soon as you open up Google, any of these internet articles, they're going to say, we are living longer. Look at all these technological improvements. We are living the health, the conditions around, for example, the plumbing, sanitation, availability, electricity, all of this has improvised a few things, okay? People are not dying from starvation, not dying from hunger. like, that kind of a malnourishment kind of things. People are not dying because of, because of sanitation issues, because of heavy amount of loads of industrial pollution. But people are not living longer. I'll explain to you why people are not living longer in a very short period of time. So, no, we aren't. We suppress everything without curing and dying soon when everything comes together. You're right, Gautami. Um, so Veena is saying lifespan is increasing, but health span is reducing. Then, yeah, you guys are right. So Srividya, please attend the course because it's going to be very helpful. But we do share this one, what do you call, recording. So in case if you're not able to attend, so yeah, we are not like whatever the statistics are, they are heavily manipulated. Okay. Very, very easy to manipulate statistics. So do not even think about like, argue about, oh, no, 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 modern day advances. That's the reason why we don't see tuberculosis. That's why we don't see people dying from, what I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But that's not right. People are dying from tuberculosis in a different way. That's a different situation. So we are not living happy. We are not happy for sure. We are not healthy for sure. We are living with our sickness uh, for a pretended period of long period of time, according to their statistics. So let's change this one. Let's change the pattern. We have to be happy. We have to be healthy. We have to be living a good quality of life, whatever nature has given us. So so yeah, you guys are right. It's the pollution everywhere. Chandan is saying, especially after vaccination, our health has taken a detour. You're right. Even the foods are having lots and lots of pesticides. You guys are right. And also the amount of stress. So we're going to spend a lot of budget on our national budget is going to be spent on all this sick care. Like, you have seen the national budget. Now they want to vaccinate everybody. They want to, fortify everybody. They want to give all these fortified foods, it seems, to everybody. But not a single word is being spoken about organic agriculture or about the pesticide. Union minister of ours, what are the two portfolios he's holding? Do you guys know what are the two portfolios? Who is our union health minister? Do you guys know? I'm talking about India. Who is our Indian health minister? Do you know his name? Or what are the two portfolios? Why don't you just Google? What are the two portfolios he's holding? Totally opposite portfolios he's holding on to. Nowadays, children are prescribed more and more meds at a very young age. Blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes is considered normal as part of aging. That's not true. Side effects with prolonged life. So what is JP Nanda? What are the two important portfolios he's holding? Can you guys Google it and see? So side effects and then expensive diagnostics. All these big hospitals, they will write an MRI test. Do you really need an MRI test for a neck pain? Do you really need that kind of a like an endoscopy when you are having some amount of heartburn? What is it going to achieve? So yeah, Nidhi is saying, lol, he's holding health ministry as well as he has pesticides and chemical industry, fertilizer and chemical industry. How can a person hold on to health ministry and also watch for fertilizer industry? How is it even possible? That itself is showing us how dedicated our government is in order to build up health in the community. When it comes to health, we are on our own. We have to empower ourselves. You cannot outsource your health to anybody who is going to make money off of our sickness. So look at this person treating one organ damage and then treating the other. So, oh, your gallbladder is inflamed. Let's cut down the gallbladder. But why is the gallbladder inflamed? How can we not have this? Can we look into the root causes of it? Oh, your appendix is acting up. Let's cut it off. Or you're having a uterine bleeding. Let's take off the uterus. Hysterectomy can be done in 4 hours and no complications after surgery. Let's get it done. But no one wants to fix it at the root of the issue. Nobody is going to come and say, oh, gallbladder is the most important organ. We can get it done, but we have to fix you at the root. There are many different things, many things that you're doing wrong way. So you need to work on yourself. No doctor is going to tell you that. Next slide. So that's the medical sick care. We're going to call it sick care because they just build up sickness. Okay. So this is a mom. This is a mom and a dad. Like, we are talking about children and families, right? Sickness runs in families. It's not like, don't blame it on the genes, don't blame it on your forefathers, but it runs in the families because we live under one roof. We pass on the stress, we pass on the dietary habits, all of it gets passed on. So mom and dad, they themselves had health issues. Mother had significant depigmentation. Mother had lot of dad had gut issues, leptospirosis, IBS, popping in antibiotics. So the child is just watching the parents take medication after medication. Mother had a history of migraine, so she would pop in a pill. Dad had a history of gut issue. He would pop in a pill. Then the children were like, oh, popping in pills, popping in pills. Then baby was normal, the birth, but they had heavy, dense food, a mix of cooked South Indian as well as, restaurant eating, and ordering from Swiggy has become the norm these days. So, mother, when I asked the mother, how often does your daughter go potty in the day, in a day? And she said, I don't know. And then she turns at her 6-year-old and asks, how often do you go potty? Oh, then the daughter is like, I don't know, maybe after every 2 days or 3 days. So mother has no idea how often the daughter is going potty. Then they were like, oh, the girl has been having on and off gut issues. So we've been giving her Calpol, and deworming medication and lot of. Then she started having white patches. Like they call it as some sort of nidus, not depigmentosa, but some acanthosis nidus or something, like where they had like a lot of pigment, like dehydration spots all over, like white flakes all over the skin. That's when they went to a homeopath. The homeopath said, you know what, you have to fix it at the root of the issue. The homeopath knows us, so she sent the patient to us. Then we started working with her, and uh, then we started working with her, and then after lot of working with her, care and lifestyle changes and diet changes, we were able to bring 40% change, but it was only a month time. But then the child was like, I prefer to eat my dense foods. I want all these, all of these things. So we are trying to do a mix of this and that. So healing is an ongoing process. At least the parents woke up to what is going on rather than steroiding her from internally and externally. But this is the state of pretty much all the households that we are seeing these days. On and off, on and off. This is what has been happening. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, again, the parents, when it's not the child's fault. Who was the one who was feeding the child all these things? It's the parents or it's the grandparents. So a lot of work is needed to be done in the community to educate people, to educate masses about diet and lifestyle, and their diseases are nothing but errors, multiple errors in their diet and lifestyle. If we put garbage into the body, the output is also going to be garbage. That we have to understand. It's not going to magically disappear, and then it's going to become something good that is going to come out from the body. Next slide. So the pharmacist is going to say, well, then this is the, you're going to take this pill for nausea, vomiting, but this nausea pill is going to cause you sedation. So I'm going to give you another pill that is going to keep you awake. But that other pill that is going to keep you awake is going to cause constipation. So I'm going to give you something else for the constipation. The chakkar keeps going on and going on. All you're doing is treating the side effects of the medication. So this is what it's saying. I'm going to give you something that is going to induce X, Y, and Z condition, but I have a pill for that. A person who takes medicine must recover twice, once from the disease and once from the medicine. So that's the truth, my friends. And also, don't keep in this habit of pill popping, visiting all these white coats day in and day out, talking about your symptoms in front of your children, because that becomes the common thing in the household. And children also become hypochondriac, and they also will resort to pill popping and drugging themselves day in and day out. Do not do that. You talk about health empowerment, how health is built up. You give them all the confidence they need. In that way, the drugging cycle is going to stop at this point in your generation itself. And the next generations that are going to come out of the family are going to be super healthy and happy. So drugging is wrong. And drugging, you have to get over two conditions. And drugging causes more deeper issues than the symptoms that you are going through. Next slide. So the healthcare obesity in India, it's touching 8.43 billion. Why do you think people are getting obese by the day, right? And now we have everything. So what is this? Everything done. Amitabh Bachchan is there. He's mastermind, right? If anybody wants to sell Maggie, give it to him. If you want to sell any kind of boost or complaint, give it to him. What else is he doing? Advertisements for anything. If you want to inject yourself with X, Y, and Z chemical, he will be there. I'm the sloganing for it. If you want to put some dobuns in the GK in your child's mouth, he will be there giving it to us. So this is what this man stands out for. For such for such a following he has, for something he could have done, he could have changed the world for better. But no, he can't. He's totally tied up. So next slide. So the petrochemical industry produces many kind of toxins. Remember what NP Handa or Nanda, whatever his name is, our union minister stands for. So he holds fertilizer industry and drug industry because they both are related together. What is the parent of both of those industries? Petrochemical industry. So the petrochemical industry produces many amounts of biotoxins called everything from herbicides, pesticides to medications and vaccines. So the parent company is nothing but the petrochemical industry. So do you really think we are deficient in any of the petroleum compounds that our body is going to heal using petrochemical compounds? I don't think it's going to happen. So India is a cancer. So when you open up Times of India, you're going to find two articles side by side, okay? India, cancer capital of the world, sees the fastest rise in cases worldwide. And on next to that one, they're going to say antibiotic use, and Saridon, Dolo use is on the horror, is like it's skyrocketing. But only those who understand natural hygiene will be able to relate two and two together. The more we drug ourselves, the more we suppress symptoms, the more we are going to create cancers in the society. Only natural hygiene principles will be able to explain it to you very well about how this is happening. We will explain to you on the second day more about all these things. But again, they both are related. So if you guys are wondering why are cancers going up, you know why cancers are going up now. So again, we can't really keep pouring more chemotherapy and more radiation therapy or these cutting edge technologies that they're trying to sell us for cancer cures or cancer remissions until and unless you address it at the root of the issue. The root of the issue is whatever the toxicities that is mounting up in the society. Next slide. So let's fast forward. So sick care versus healthcare. Damage control. So sick care is all about symptom suppression, and then the healthcare is all about wellness, proactively creating healthy communities. Once you understand that your body is designed to regulate, repair itself, you will be able to look at healthcare in a new way. So there is no external entity that is going to fix your health. You're having anxiety, you're having gut issues, you have joint issues, you have bone issues, you have any other issues. Everything has to be fixed internally with all the right inputs into the body, but no external entity will be able to help you sort it out. So stop running from pillar to post. This is where you have to explore and build up health in the world of natural hygiene, in the world of holistic natural healing and regeneration. So nature itself, the oldest, what is natural healing? That's the oldest of natural health philosophies, as I said, 1700. It dates back up to 1700. And all of them have seen what drugging can do. And then they said, this is wrong. And then they started working on it. Why aren't we told this from the school age itself? Because there is no money in health building. It's only money in sick care. So those who are the bullies will have a lot of money, and they can do all these advertisements and keep telling us and brainwashing us and conditioning us. But now is the time for us to take everything in our hands, and we have to stop outsourcing our health to others. It is an observational health science. It's about putting yourself back in nature, and you have to understand how body responds to various elements that are there in us, using natural methods to support the body's inbuilt healing mechanisms. Nature itself is the best physician, according to, like said, told by Hippocrates, father of modern medicine. So nature itself is the best physician. So you have to understand how health is built up. So as your health improves, disease automatically disappears, because there is no room for health and disease to exist in the same body. So build up health. Don't worry about disease. Disease will disappear automatically once you build up health. Next slide.
Thank you, Dr. Prashanti. So, I would just like to take a few moments to talk a little bit about natural health. So, Dr. Prashanti has extensively explained how the disease industry functions and how we cannot build up health by taking chemicals into our body. So, nature never meant us to suffer and live with disease. The only reason why we have all these different kinds of diseases in our society today. You can call it diabetes, blood pressure, mental health issues. Somebody was asking about that. Whether it is gut issues, whether it is children having many health issues, autoimmune issues, fatty liver, obesity, all the problems are because of toxins accumulating in our body. So, toxins are poisonous materials which accumulate in the body over time from environmental sources, from the food we eat, from the metabolism which happens in our body. And over time, when the body doesn't have the energy or the time to remove these toxins on a timely basis, these toxins accumulate in the body and slowly disease develops. It starts in smaller diseases like let's say some issues with your menstruation or headaches or skin issues, or you start getting more anxious, you are feeling very fatigued. So that is what you see as stage 3 here. So stage 1 is innervation, which basically means that we are living a lifestyle not aligned with nature. Either we are eating too much, eating the wrong kinds of foods, overworking, living the lifestyle which is not in sync with nature's rhythms. So the body loses energy to clean up, and that causes a stage of toxicosis, or a stage where the blood becomes poisoned, and this blood takes the toxins to every part of the body and causes different kinds of diseases. So this initially we observe it as a stage of irritation where, as I explained, small problems you see in the body. So when you don't take rest or you keep taking medicines, it moves to a stage of inflammation where where the toxins get concentrated in organs of your body. So if it concentrates in your colon, it's colitis or Crohn's or irritable bowel disease. If it's in your head area, you can call it anxiety, depression, dementia. If it is in your joints, you may call it back pain or spondylitis, arthritis, right? Or if it's in your blood vessels, it's called vasculitis. If it's in your stomach, it's called gastritis. Basically, these are all manifestations of a singular problem of toxins accumulated in the body. Stage 5 is ulceration, where the body tries to remove toxins by creating a tear on the skin, but then we keep taking medicines for all these stages. It goes to a stage of induration where toxins get hardened in the body. So cysts, fibroids, tumors, polyps, whatever we call this, this is an advanced stage of toxicity. And the last stage is cancer, where the toxins become so concentrated in the body that there is a lack of oxygen oxygen for the cells to survive, and the body ends up with more and more toxicity and unable to survive. But if we take actions, if we change our lifestyle, if we give the correct fuel to our body, if we change our thought patterns, right, the body is capable of reversing diseases and coming back to balance, even in the early stages of cancer, right, with natural health science, without the debilitating efforts of chemotherapy, drugging, and all the other things which come with it, even whether it is, polyps and tumors, fibroids, without surgeries, gallstones, kidney stones, right? All these things, even autoimmune issues, if we make corrective actions, the body can come back to balance. So that is what we teach in our course. How do you correct your lifestyle? How do you interpret what your body is telling you? What do you do with medicines? Right? All these things we teach you in our course. So the biggest truth which we need to understand in this science of self healing, that the body can heal itself. Our body is amazing. All living matter has this healing ability. The body can heal itself, correct itself, it can maintain itself, right? So, we have seen when we have cuts and bruises on our skin or even broken bones, ligaments, tendons, the body heals itself. So, a body which can produce a new human being in 9 months, won't it have the capacity to heal from chronic diseases? Yes, we all have it. It is not just in few of us. Whatever be the age, we do have the healing capability. And all that we need to do is give the right conditions for the body, and then healing becomes spontaneous. Healing is automatic, right? This information is not available to many people, and that's why all this suffering is happening. So we have to learn this science. So the body is constantly renewing and rejuvenating itself. Did you know that the lung cells renew every 21 days? Liver cells can regrow within 42 days. Red blood cells every 4 months. Skin every 35 days. Bones every 10 years. Pancreas every 50 days. Taste buds every 10 days. That means you are not the same person in a few months time, right? Your body can grow new cells, it can grow new tissues, you can literally heal yourself. So this is the amazing intelligence of your body. So the quality of your food and lifestyle determine the quality of your organs. It's not too late. We can start at any time. Like I myself started at the age of 40, and I feel I have much more amazing health compared to when I was in my 30s. So you all can have it if you learn the science of natural health and regeneration, right? So what are we going to teach you in this course is we are going to teach you different methods of healing yourself, whether it is dietetics, nutrition, whether right way to relax, how to correct your posture, how to take sunlight, how to fast and improve your health. So these are all very deep topics which are not covered in a single book. The experience we have got by coaching thousands of clients, by reading many of these books and also implementing it on ourselves, has helped us distill this knowledge and bring it to you in a comprehensive package in the 21-day certification program, which we are going to talk about. So today we have a friend with us, Momita. So she's going to talk about her healing journey through Nature Cure in a very short way. It's really an amazing journey, and today she is enjoying wonderful health and lot of positivity in her life after going through lot of health issues, and she's going to share it with all of us today. So, Mamita, I am going to enable your video and audio. So, if you could just come and tell us about your health journey. Are you there?
Yeah,
Yes, over to you, Mamita. We can't hear you, so um, Ashtika, can you help? Okay, I've sent you the unmute.
Yeah,
Yes, go on. We can hear you.
yeah, yeah. Hi, I'm Momita. I stay in Bangalore, and around I think around 6 years back, I had hysterectomy. So my ovaries and uterus both were removed, and thereafter I underwent a lot of pain. I mean, physically, emotionally, there were lots of health issues followed by that. So it was really a very challenging times. I had to. It was very painful. But thanks to may Almighty that I came across natural hygiene, the concept of natural hygiene, and maybe my sankalpa or my consistency or my prayer to God that I came across Prashanti and Asha as well. It was during the COVID times. Somebody told me about this WhatsApp group, and I joined that, and I slowly started implementing whatever they were saying. So when I came here, I met Asha in person. So I kept on attending their webinars, which they do quite often. So and I kept changing my lifestyle, and that has helped me a lot. And because of Asha, I also attended the 21 days program, and it gave me a thorough knowledge. I love to volunteer for people, so it has gave me a wonderful insight and in-depth knowledge which so that I can reach out to people who are suffering like me, who suffered like me. So now life seems to be a lot of hope. I enjoy life to the fullest. I trek, I go for nature walks, I volunteer in various organizations. So, Nature Cure is really wonderful. So, I will really ask all the people, now my co participants, to learn about it. This is a miracle, really. And I'm experiencing it every day. The three things which I would request everyone: we should be conscious about yourself, we should be consistent, and we should conserve our energy. So, these are the three requirements to be in this path. Very easy things to follow. We have to be conscious, we have to be consistent, and we have to conserve our energy. So once we do that, rest is just a miracle.
Thank you, Momita, for sharing your story. So, Momita
Yeah.
also attended a program. Yes, Dr. Prashanti.
No, I just said, right? Rest is just a miracle. Yes, that's the magical word over here. You achieve miracles when you put everything properly together and work on yourself. But don't run from pillar to post. It's not going to help you in any way. But this is one-stop shop for everything. You're going to just heal yourself, build up yourself. Yeah, but many, like, many stories. There are many patients like health seekers like Mamita, right? Mamita, yeah, so yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Um, yeah, I'm done. So I'll request everyone to join this. It has helped me a great deal. I'm also studying and researching, and every new finding, I feel so excited. Wow, it's so easy, and it's so really once you start being in this journey, you will find that every day is a new day and full of hope. In this path, you will never lose for hope. That is for sure.
Wonderful, Mamita. So, thank you. Thanks a lot for coming here to share your healing journey. So, you see that even though Mamita suffered a lot, she has turned it over into a journey of hope and nature cure, and it can be your healing journey too. So, over to you, Dr. Prashanti. Just a few more slides
Few
before
more
we give you
slides,
details
yeah.
of the program.
Will want us to wrap up. So when you
Yes.
heal yourself, you heal everything around you. You heal your family, your children, their children's children. So as I said, right, generations to come from the family. So if your children are going to pop, like, see you pop these drugs all the time for every ailment under the sun, and then go visit these doctors, always taking appointments, and then worried about the health, then the cycle is going to keep continuing. But if they see you like, living the rightful life, following all the natural laws, and then understanding, able to tune into your body, they will also pause, and then generations to come from your household are going to be healed and healthy and happy. So you heal generations and generational, and this is generational healing once you explore and understand natural hygiene. When you heal yourself, you heal your bloodline. There is no greater love than this. So you guys will always say, right, I will do anything for my children, for the sake of my children. I love my children. I want to do anything. So this is it. Learn how to build up your health, work on your lifestyle and your diet, and everything in life becomes very simple, super easy, and much more happier and healthier than what you are at this current, at the level right now where you are. So one day you're young, and then the next day you're sitting at the edge of this bed like this. But this is not how we are supposed to be aging, thinking that diabetes is normal, high blood pressure is normal, and like passing away at age of 70 is normal. That's not what it is. This is not normal. So every man owes a duty to himself, to the community, and to mankind to make his own improvement the essential task of his life. The surest guide to man's improving himself is through no, I'm sorry, my is through building up health and then having confidence about everything about nature through the study and adherence to the laws of nature. So it's our duty in order to stay healthy. It's not the duty of or the responsibility of Fortis or Apollo or whatever these names are. I forgot the names of the super specialty hospitals, but every man owes it. It's your duty to build up your health. You cannot outsource it, or you cannot blame it on the community, but you have to do it. Once you build up yourself, the community around you is also automatically going to become healthy and happy. And that's how we are going to change things on this, on everything around us, right? We are so worried about the pollution. We are so worried about the pesticide poisoning, fertilizers, and then the sick children, everything. We keep talking about it, but where are our actions? Our actions are totally lacking. But once you understand how health is built up, you build up yourself, and also you're going to implement it in nature also. We have a lot of permaculture folks over here today. I forgot her name, but again, permaculture is all about doing this kind of a job, right? This is what it is. All right. So many restless people enrolling in different kinds of talks, I guess. So then again, we'll share all these recordings, but don't bully us and don't be rude to us. This is not the right thing to do. So then good news, your lab results look great. You're picture perfect health. But then doctor, I'm having such a severe anxiety, such a severe amount of panic attack. My skin, I have all these rashes everywhere. And then my joints are aching. So what do I do next? So again, this is all. And once you understand natural hygiene, you will not be able to look at the same way how allopath or any other pathis are going to look at your health. Then substances that are injurious to well are also equally injurious to the sick. So if a healthy person is going to take dolos, saridons, antibiotics and everything, and you're going to say, oh my God, that's you're building up more sickness in your body. Then if you take other things, like if a sick person is already, I'm not doing well, and then you give these pills, magically they're not going to become health for him, or they're not going to build up health. Sickness plus chemical will not build up health. That's the wrong idea. So what are the course highlights?
Ashika, are you here? You can explain quickly the course and enrollment.
Yes. So we have created this 21-day certification course in which we will be
Can you come
covering.
on video? We can't see you.
Can you see me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So in that 21-day course, which is based on natural healing, we have mentioned various points. We will be learning everything about the nature cure, natural healing. We will be discussing about the nutrition versus diet concept. Then we will be understanding the functioning of your gut health in order to improve your overall health. We will be discovering many therapies like your fasting therapy, rest therapy, heliotherapy, and we will be also covering the topic of mental and equanimity and innovation. Then you will also learn how to handle various lifestyle conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, etc. And then we will cover the art of breathing, exercising, and we will also learn how to read your blood reports correctly. And in the last sessions, we will be discussing about the maternal health and childcare. And during all the sessions, we will be learning a lot of things from the scientific papers which we have selected. And we will be discussing a lot of real life case studies and the case studies that Dr. Prashanti and Asha has handled by themselves. And the format of the program will be like that ki, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you will get sessions. So it's 3 sessions per week, and every day, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the timings will be 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The duration of the session will be around 2 hours. In all the sessions, you will get the summaries and handout of each session along with the periodic practical assignments. You will also get reading materials, and you will also get added to the ongoing WhatsApp support with the program instructors. We will also be sharing the recordings, but in-person attendance is preferred as there will be a lot of interaction. We will be conducting Q&A and sharing a lot of learnings in the live session. Next slide. So if you are someone who is very fitness in from fitness industry or any wellness professional, and you are interested in health and fitness in general, you can join the course. If you are allopathic dentist, or even if you are a homemaker or any parent who want to improve their child's and their family's health, you can join. And if you are someone who is looking to change their career and go into the lifestyle change thing, and you want to basically advocate people around you and passionate about enhancing wellness and resilience, you can join the course. Any profession can join this course. We will also be offering internship in the course. So if you are from non nutrition background, you can enroll yourself in the internship, and you can uh, practice from the practical learnings. You will get a lot of case studies in the internship. Can you change the slide? Okay, so this is the course inclusions of the certificate course, which will have 10 live sessions, WhatsApp community with program coaches. You will learn how to prevent and reverse diseases. The natural elements will be taken into the center of the program. We will learn a lot of natural healing and practical ways to implement these learning in your daily life. And life-changing learnings will be there. We will also be busting a lot of myths around the food, nutrition, and health and disease topics. And when it comes to the internship, next slide. Okay, so in the internship, there will be live case taking that we will be providing you. So you will learn in the internship how to formulate and customize a holistic nutrition diet and lifestyle plan for the coaches. And you will also learn how to guide them and how to navigate them through the healing crisis. You will also get a regular homework, assignments, a lot of reading materials, and a proper guidance through the live coaching calls with the experts every month, which is somewhere around 30 months. So these are the QR codes which are flashing on your screen. You can scan the QR code and enroll yourself in the course. And if you have any questions regarding the course, then you can write in the chat box and we will be there to answer. Over to you, Ashu.
Thank you, Ashleka. So she gave you all the details on how to enroll for this course, which is going to start this month in a very short time. So whatever be your background, if you're truly, truly interested in health building and you would like to come out of this whole cycle of medicines and all these things and learn to improve your health naturally, this course is for you, right? So we will take questions from you. So there were many questions. Another thing I also wanted to say is we also offer one-on-one health coaching, right? So we offer 1 month and 3 month packages. So Ashleka, do you have any information on that ready? We could share that also. Yeah, so if your goal is just to improve your health and you don't want to learn much about other things, you can also come to us for one-on-one health coaching, and we will sort out your problems for you. Um, Okay, so yes, Chandan is asking, I'm not a medical doctor. Still, will we be able to take consultations with that much confidence? So, Chandan, first you have to learn what we teach in the program, then start implementing yourself. So, you have 21 days, you will start implementing it in your own life, right? And through the internship, you will understand how the person is able to heal himself, and you will have to start practicing it little by little, maybe among your friends and families, and over time you will gain the confidence. Right? So, Momita, she spoke about how she's helping herself. So, she doesn't have a medical background. So, this is the thing, what uh, the medical industry has put the health out totally out of the hands of people, right? So, that's where we step in and help you all to understand that health building is quite simple if we understand how to do it. Yes, so I would say it is possible. So we don't have a clinic, though our center is in Gurgaon. We all do online consultations and programs. Yes, thank you, Veena. So Srividya is asking about anxiety and panic attack. Uh, I'm not able to explain what I am experiencing. Right. So basically, most of the cases of anxiety and panic attack are due to gut issues. So the gut and the brain are intimately connected. There's a lot of nerve endings in the gut. So when your gut health is not good, when you have acidity, bloating, poor digestion, it can irritate the nerves in the gut, and this carries the message to the brain, and you will this irritation of the nerves, you may experience it as anxiety and panic attack. So I can very well understand Srividya, and somebody else was also asking about that, how this feels. So I really suffered from it for 3 years. I learned Reiki, I learned pranic healing, I learned so many things, right? But it was not helping me much. Even meditation was difficult because anxiety doesn't help you sit quietly and do all that. But it is only when I learned more about natural health science, I changed my diet, I connected back to nature, I was able to heal my gut, and the panic attacks just went away on their own in a couple of months. So that's what Dr. Prashanti was saying. We build health, right? When we build health, all the diseases, whatever be the nomenclature, it will go away on its own. So we work on the root causes, not at the level of symptoms. Okay, so Ramachandra, we can contact you and explain to you, what this is about. Okay, so any other queries? Dr. Prashanti, did you see anything else you would like to talk about?
Yeah, so
So Devendra, you can come and attend our course. I'm sure the course will help you become a better physician and nutritionist. Prashant is asking, is mental health connected to gut issues? Yes, there is a big connection between mental health and gut issues. In fact, every part of the body is connected to every other part of the body, right? So one part gets ill and toxic can affect and show symptoms in a part of a body which is far away from it. So that is why handling symptoms in isolation is very difficult and it will not work. When you suppress a problem in one area of the body with some medicines or any other pathis or treatments, it will appear in another part of the body. So this keeps going on and on unless you address the problem at the root. It is just playing with time and exhausting the body's resources. So Chandan is asking, while we start practice, do we get any support from you if we get stuck anywhere in consultations? Yes, we can definitely help you once in a while when you start consultations. So this is an exhaustive course and you will also get knowledge on group coaching and on handling individual cases. But this knowledge also has to be internalized. You also have to practice it on yourself and experience it firsthand. So Logesh is asking how to get treatment without taking course. So basically you're asking how to get treatment without payment. Is that what it means? See, in life, unless you give something, you don't get something. Okay, so there has to be a fair energy exchange happening in order to find the cure you are looking for. Otherwise, you will just be going from pillar to post and not expressing your gratitude to universe to give you what you're looking for, right? So this course, this is like Dr. Prashanti, who's very busy, and myself, we have spent close to 2 hours with you in this free course, right? In this free session. So everything cannot, this kind of life-changing information cannot come for free, right?
They can read the books if they want to, and everything is
Yeah,
out there on the internet. It's up to you. Listen, it's not like, I don't understand what the deal is, but yeah.
Any other questions? So please do also go to wellcure.com. We have a lot of interesting blogs and a wide variety of topics. That's all free. Recipes are free, right? And we like health journeys you can read and get inspired and develop more faith in this natural healing path. So Chandan, the internship is after the course, so we are confident by that time you would have learned a lot. But practice is important. It's just like, you cannot become a doctor and have the confidence just because you complete an MBBS or MD course. You have to practice, you have to intern, you have to see new cases, right? Okay, so
Yeah, so a contact number where I can call for personal health consultation. Yeah, I think any of these numbers, Sanjana's number about Preeti, you can do that. And then thank you so much. This I'll get in touch with you. All right,
there's
nice.
a question from Abhijit: arthritis, psoriasis, IBS, controllable? If yes, how many years, months required maximum?
Yeah, chronic. Okay, so Abhijit, how much time do you want to contribute? How old are you? So it all depends upon it. And those of you who are here, at least explore the books. I'm pretty sure, we will be sharing, yeah, it's for 26, at least you have to contribute 26 months in order to heal yourself. But again, this is the only right way, okay? This is the only highway. Any other tracks you're going to take is just going to be a detour for you. So Nidhi,
Yeah.
what kind of call do you want to give us? I don't understand this, but Sanjana, get in touch with Sanjana. She will arrange for all these calls and all of that. And yeah, anybody, so whatever you guys want to decide, but at least don't go pillar to post. Do not do drugging this way. But again, it's more, it's very important that you guys, like, we all talk about pollution, pesticides, fertilizers, on and on and on. But where is the action? Where is the action? The action starts right from us. We can keep the pesticides and then the fertilizers, whatever we are dumping into our body. The drugging is also similar to fertilizers and pesticides only. So do this to yourself, please. You have to wake up, you have to clean up, and the actions are the most needed a part of what we have to do. Not just words, actions are needed in the community at this point.
Okay, so thank you all for attending today's session. If you have questions about anything else, you can contact our team. Ashleka
Yeah.
has given all this information. So please do come and explore the world of natural healing. You will be really, really amazed, and it will bring back the hope and confidence on your own self, right? So just like all other animals in nature depend on their own intuitive abilities to heal themselves without any kind of system based approach, we can also do that. So that's our promise. So thank you, Dr. Prashanti. Thank you all for joining
Yeah,
today's
I
session.
just wanted to say, those of you who are totally new and asking, is it curable? Is it reversible? Is there any hope for me? At least make an attempt to go to Wellcure website. Look at all the testimonials. There were people like you. They are all, a lot of healing is happening in the community at this point. So please, work on yourself, but don't give up on, health building is very easy as long as you know what is going on. So yeah, get started, but don't say, oh, I tried everything. You haven't tried. Until you have try, you fully immerse yourself in natural hygiene, it doesn't mean that you have tried or you really made an attempt. Wholehearted attempt has to be made to build up health.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye.